Damien dropped by today and brought 6 cans of stout, Murphy's. So how do you keep them cold? How do you get them cold or cool? Here's my Tramp's recommendation for how to cool things. Shaded area, so directly under the sun's kind of spends most of the day directly overhead, or a large part of the day directly overhead. If I just God, I've got no idea whether that's visible or not. My camera screen is so bloody dull. Or phone screen, camera screen. Phone screen is so dull. But anyway, down here, that's actually cold. That's cold. I can actually see my hand there. That's okay. Got that. This, a wet towel in the shade, left for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, you'll be able to tell how long it's been because if I show you, he brought me 6 cans, and there's 4 there. I'll just come here now to get the next one. So there you go. That's how long it's been. It's been 2 cans. Probably 2.5 hours. I'm not a fast drinker. I go slow, make it last. But that's positively cool. And the towel itself is actually cold. Wet towel in the shade. Now if you were to put something out, oh, too old to be doing that. I'm too old for this shit, as Roger Murta said. Oh, what was that? Lethal Weapon, wasn't it? When it was his 50th birthday. He was a youngster. If you were to put a towel out wet on an evening with something like that in, wet towel overnight, and put in an area that's going to be shaded until kind of noon. If you put, like, if I was to put it behind the tent there, and then once the sun gets up, move it, you could keep things cold all day. I've done in the past. I found things in bins, like the classic one was I put my hand on a bag in a bin one day, and it was cold. It was ice cold. Basically, it looks like, I'm guessing at their motivation, but someone's cleared out their freezer. I guess it's someone leaving the country, and they're just, hey, everything in the freezer, just throw away. So they put everything frozen in a bag. I got salmon steaks, ice cream lollies, salmon steaks, ice cream lollies. There was two separate containers of ice cream. These things are all frozen. There was some other frozen fish, and there's a squid. So frozen food in a carrier bag, out of a bin, and I kept that cold for 3 days here by putting it in a hay. That was winter, but then again, winter in Spain that's the equivalent of summer in the UK. Temperatures in the 20s, even in December through the day for 4 or 5 hours. But in a bag with a wet towel, in the shade, and I kept things. They obviously, I mean, they started frozen. I mean, that was a help. That gave a head start. But you can keep food. You can keep frozen things or cool things. Keep them cool. Good couple of days, just by having a wet towel that's in the shade. Don't get them in the sun. No direct heat, but you want them wet and exposed to a bit of a breeze, ideally. Wet in the shade and exposed to a breeze, and they will really stay cool. That's what I do, and that's how I've cooled this beer. So cheers, Damien. Delta Mike out.